I go by Broke-Ass Stuart. It's a silly name, I know. I ran for mayor of San Francisco. I did not win. No, it's okay. It's okay. But I learned a lot of important stuff while running for mayor. And I thought I'd tell you about it. Is that okay? You guys want to know what it's like? So the funniest thing about running for mayor, my favorite thing, is all the new kinds of internet haters I got. I've been doing like cool stuff in the public eye for a while now, but you get a special kind of hater when you're running for office. You know, I'm used to like, oh, Stuart's a faggy little hipster bitch. That shit, whatever. You're just some 14-year-old in Ohio. I can deal with it. But like, political internet haters, they're just like, people like you are the cause of all the ruination in the world. I hope you die in a fiery train wreck and your whole family dies of pestilence so that your DNA is taken out of the gene pool. I just said, have a good day, dude. They are like the Cormac McCarthy of haterisms. They fucking like... It's like I'm a little offended, but I'm also impressed by their prose. Because like, damn, you really thought about that. So the worst part about running for mayor, though, is sitting down and calling people and asking for money. It's fucking terrible. Like, imagine like, hey, Sarah, what's up? It's Stuart. Yeah, I think last time I saw you, I prematurely ejaculated on your leg. But I shrugged it off with like, but you're really pretty. Yeah, can you donate $100 to my campaign? Raise your hands if I called you asking for money. Yeah, if you said no, you made a good decision. You know, the weirdest part, though, about running for mayor is like, your rich friends give you $0 and your poor friends give you so much more than you'd expect. Yeah, that's not a joke. It's just depressing. But also, you know, another strange thing was having to walk into all these businesses and being like, hey, I've got this poster with my face on it. Do you think you could put it in your window? And I can't tell you how many times they took a look at the poster and looked at me and said, you're much better looking in the poster. Fuck you, asshole. Just put the fucking sign up. But it's funny, though, because people who you barely even know will be like, yo, man, I got some advice for your campaign. I'm like, I don't want your advice. You live with your mom, you sell weed, and you introduce yourself as the sorcerer. Fucking San Francisco. But they also try to like rope you into their weird causes. They're like, we got to do something with the mariachi problem, man. There's too many mariachis in the mission. They're like, no people of color should be spreading joy. It should just be 20-year-old girls selling their vintage clothes on Valencia Street. Yeah, exactly, dude. So, luckily I didn't have to worry about winning. I was up front at the beginning. I was like, I'm not going to win this thing, but I'm going to fucking do it. So, but I did have nightmares because, you know, I couldn't afford polls. So, like, I had nightmares a couple nights like, what if I win this thing? Like really think about that. What if I win? And, you know, because if I had won, the entire term would have peaked at the inauguration, which it would have been fucking amazing party. And it would have gone really downhill after that. Probably would not have finished the term. But my lovely girlfriend, Ashley, who's back there someplace, at one point she said to me, she's like, wait, if you win, they're not going to let you be mayor, right? like they'll stop it, won't they? And it's funny because if I had become mayor, the things that I would have fucked up would have been fixable. But the things that Ed Lee's going to fuck up in the next 4 years, I don't know if we can come back from that. So fuck it. Well, let's move to Detroit. Anyways, we've got a really, really, really amazing night ahead of us. We have Amy Weiss and Francisco Herrera is going to come up to the stage in a second. We have Aaron Pessin's going to be here. We have Nato Green. We have a bunch of brilliant comedians who are going to make fun of me. It's going to be a great night. Thank you so much for being here. This is the Kinda Late Show. And Amy and Francisco, let's do this.
Yeah, happy birthday for Stuart. Today is your birthday.
Sorry, I probably fucked that up, didn't I? Sorry, guys. So, hello. So, for those of you who don't know, these two lovely people next to me also ran for mayor.
M-A-Y-O-R, everybody. Not M-A-E-R.
Nope, not Meyer. You didn't run for Meyer Lansky. So, when Ed Lee's policies has successfully evicted you, where are you going to move to?
No, they're not going to evict us. We got a plan.
Yes, what's the plan? Let's hear it.
The plan is to debunk the affordable housing bogus plan, or rather should be called the investor's bonus plan, which is a plan to make Manhattan out of San Francisco. Is that what we want? Or Dubai out of San Francisco, where nobody lives there except multi-rich and other people like you and I have to be bussed in to do all the services. So the plan is to debunk that affordable housing bogus plan.
And right now I'm actually working on something called the St. Francis Homelessness Challenge. And so I'm actually not afraid to go live on the streets with our homeless neighbors if I need to. I almost got displaced a few years ago, and I reactivated a community garden on Divisadero. And so I put a greenhouse in there. And I always thought, well, if need be, I can live in the greenhouse.
It's been done in San Francisco. You could do it again. So if they had made a movie about your election efforts, who would play you?
The guy who played in the Batman movie, because that's what I felt the campaign was all about. I felt like I was in Gotham City with the comical wouldn't say a damn thing about us. Even after the election, they wouldn't even pronounce our names. So it felt very much like, man, am I in the Batman? A bad B-rated Batman movie here of Gotham City?
I'd be either Danny Glover or Tootsie.
So if you had an in-office scandal, what would it have been?
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
I would have all of them personally. All the scandals would be mine. So I'll let you come back to that one.
Okay.
Are you either of you or both of you thinking of running for office again?
Well, I'm considering right now running for a lot of families actually asked me to run in my district where I live, D11, Excelsior. So I'm considering that piece right now.
Well, I think, over the next year, what we can be doing, people have asked, should we do a recall? And the thing is that if we were to do something like that, then it should just be really focusing on some key issues over the next 6 months with Ed Lee. How does he take action around Chief Sir and the police department and Black Lives Matter? How does he take action about clean power? And so we're actually grading him over time. And if he gets a grade that's below what we think is acceptable in June, then we could actually launch a recall.
Amy has a 1 minute bit. You want to do a bit?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
hear
this
it.
is my first stand-up, everyone. So I actually brought a prop, which is actually Stuart's present, and it's this chest over here, and I found it on the way here with my friend Jay on the side of the street.
I'm afraid it has bed bugs, honestly.
It's great. It's red, white. He can put his donations in there for the next campaign. But you could actually fit in here all the integrity of the local media and 20 sweaters. You could do that, for what they did with the mayor's race, saying that Ed Lee was running unopposed. But we did a lot of forums, and we did a lot of endorsement meetings, and Ed Lee didn't show up to 9 out of 10, but the 10th one, he sent a proxy. So I was just thinking about what it would be like at the Lee household, and so Mrs. Lee is coming out of the kitchen into the dining room, and she's got her green beans and putting them down, and it's like, oh, Ed Lee's not there tonight. She wanted to talk about the issues for the family for the next year. And the next night she comes out with the meatloaf, and he's not there. And she wanted to talk about the budget for the family for the next year, and so she was disappointed. And then night after night, he's not there. And then this one night she comes out, and she's like, oh my God, because there's this young white guy sitting there, and he's like, I'm Ed Lee's proxy. He really cares about the issues of this family. I'm here to discuss them with you tonight. Hey, there you go. That's my stand-up.
Woo! Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for giving us your
and
time.
happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Stand up for your right.
All right. So coming up next, we have one of San Francisco's favorite comics. Not only is he a funny person, he's also a labor organizer. And his business card, which is one of my favorite things in the world, says formidable foe on it because he is a formidable foe. He's also the creator of iron comic. Please make some noise for Nato Green.
Thank you. Pipe down. I don't know if you all have heard, there is some gentrification afoot. I'm a San Francisco native. I know. Please don't hurt me. Quiet. Not important right now. Some people are mad at the tech people. I want you to know if you're a tech person, I don't have anything against you personally. Just everything that you represent. Some people want the tech people to go away. I want everyone to feel welcome here in the city. Like, okay, fine, you want to make apps. This guy wants to get away from Central American death squads. This guy wants a face full of dicks. There should be room for all of us to come together and have a community. Just be cool about it. So my problem is that I like a little bit of gentrification, not so much that I get evicted, but enough that I can get creme brulee. I don't like the gentrifiers, but their snacks are delicious. My problem is their behavior. It's not just that they're here, it's their behavior. Like, the best example is Tom Perkins, the billionaire venture capitalist, fifth ex-husband of Danielle Steele, who killed a guy with his yacht and lives in the penthouse at the Millennium Tower at 301 Mission. Now, I know where he lives because I made the questionable decision to say the jokes that I'm about to say at an event where people had paid $150 a ticket, and the audience did not appreciate the jokes, but the caterers did. And they told me where to find him. Tom Perkins went on the news last year and said that he was worried that the rich were being demonized like the Jews in Nazi Germany. He was concerned about a Holocaust against the rich. As a Jew, at first I was offended by this, and then I decided that if he's concerned about a Holocaust against the rich, we should give it to them. I realized that I feel okay taking the rich's money and artwork and jewelry and sending them off to do hard labor and moving other people into their homes. I feel okay about doing to the rich everything that the Nazis did to the Jews except for the killing. I support a non-violent Holocaust. A semi-final solution. I don't advocate violence, but if someone gave me a lampshade made of Mark Zuckerberg, I would accept it. I wouldn't seek it out, but I would accept it. And then we could all say, first they came for the billionaires, and I did not speak up because I was not a billionaire. And then they came for the millionaires, and I did not speak up because I was not a millionaire. And then things were cool after that. We had solved the problem. Now, I don't know if you realize this about comedians, but like 20% of the job of a comedian is this raining fire into the microphone that you're witnessing right now. And 80% of the job of a comedian is arguing with people on the internet. And so, for example, like I've been super inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement. I post a lot of stuff about it. I tweet it up, and then I got white people yelling at me on the internet. A lot of like, hey, why are you gonna say Black Lives Matter? It's all lives matter, all lives matter, you're excluding us. I already feel like my life does not matter, and all I had to hang on to in this world is at least my life matters more than black people's lives. And you're taking that away from me, it's all lives matter. And that is the argument of a crazy person. Because of course all lives matter. The hashtag is Black Lives Matter, not Black Lives Matter so your life doesn't matter. We're just talking about black people now because that's how conversations work. Do you understand? Language is specific. Do you know what I mean? It's the kind of person where you're like, hey man, let me tell you what I had for lunch. No, let me tell you what I had for lunch. Motherfucker, you're gonna get a turn. We can have some back and forth here. That sweater looks very nice on you. Are you saying all other sweaters look bad on me? No. Why would I say that? One thing at a time. It turns out that white people are very thin-skinned. We're very fragile as a people. The internet stopped talking about us for 3 words. And people freaked out that 1,000 years of world domination had come to an end. It makes me wonder how we conquered the world in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Hey, we're here to kill you and take your shit. Go fuck yourself. Why would you say that to me? I'm a good person. I'm married. I've been married to the same person for so long that when we got together, our song was No Diggity. No doubt. And there is a question that you have to answer before you get married. And that question is, are you going to feel okay having sex with one person for the rest of your life? And the answer to that question is no. For all of us, the answer is no. I feel bad about not having sex with more people. I feel bad about it every day. I would love to have sex with more people. I would love to have sex with Juliana Margulies because my fantasies are age appropriate now. The media tells me I'm supposed to want to have sex with Miley Cyrus, but I look at her and think, I would like to take her home and raise her properly. I'd like to give her a jacket. But here was my thought process that let me decide to get married. I said, do I want to have sex with more people? Yes, I do. Do I feel bad about not having sex with more people? Yes, I do. Then I said, how many more people would I have to have sex with to stop feeling bad about not having sex with more people? What is the number? There is no number, everybody. It is an unsolvable equation. You cannot solve for X. Because if there were a number, like let's say the number's 3. In a marriage, that's a negotiation. You know what I mean? Oh, you want those throw pillows? I want to have sex with 3 more people. Let's haggle. That is a married person conversation. But once I realized that there is no number, then that thought moved to a different part of my brain. It came out of things I need to accomplish in life and went over to, like, I wish I was Wolverine, is where that went. So I was talking about that, and somebody came up to me after a show and was like, what do you think about polyamory? You should really think about polyamory. Try polyamory. So I thought about polyamory, and I realized that, like, I'm a straight man from San Francisco. I'm as straight as you can be as a straight man from San Francisco, which is not that straight. And I have children, and I would totally fuck a dude to get a third parent in the house. Like, the amount of sex that you have as a parent of small children, I could suck that much dick to be like, you're on lunches. I'm going out tonight. Thanks a lot, everybody. That's it? Where's the resounding applause? There you go. So, tight. Some of us did this video during the election about the Airbnb measure. I should say, just for the record, Prop F lost, but I just want everyone to know, fuck the sharing economy. It's supposed to be like casual and fun and groovy, like it's a way to meet people and it's so fun. And it's like you get to connect and be friends. No, fuck that. I don't deal with the sharing economy because I have friends. Do you know what I'm saying? If I said to a friend, hey friend, can I come stay at your house? And they were like, sure, that'll be $100. I'd be like, oh, we're not friends anymore. That's not how friendship works in my world. I just wish Airbnb was honest about what the relationship was. And it was like, you know, force you into such an economically precarious situation that you're forced to privatize and commodify all aspects of your private life and hope people don't find your dildos B&B. I think that would be a little bit more accurate, if you know what I'm saying. The sharing economy has polluted all of our relationships. Like, I drive around the city and once a week, motherfuckers try to get in my car. And these tech people are supposed to be super smart, and they don't seem to notice that I drive a dirty minivan with car seats in it. And yet they're like, oh, I thought you were my Uber. Like, I pulled up in front of my house once, and my neighbor tried to get in my car. And she was like, oh, I thought you were my Uber. And then that was bad enough. But then she wasn't like, once she figured out it was me, she wasn't like, oh, I'm an asshole for doing that. She went, I was waved along like a fucking serf. I believe you should be able to use the stand your ground law to kill landlords. Anyway, who's with me? Aaron Peskin, close your ears. So we made this video about Proposition F, Assholes Against F. It's a fun video, and we wanted to share it with you live tonight. A lot of people saw it at the time. We thought maybe you should watch it together in the room. Hey, everybody, here's a video. Hi, I'm Tad Johnson, president of Assholes Against Proposition F, or AF. The regulations that Proposition F imposes on Airbnb are just too extreme. Our members can tell you why.
Why should I let San Franciscans rent my units for years when I can rent them to tourists for days?
I love how young San Franciscans are. Prop F means less rentals for old people. It's the closest we'll come to having a city where everyone's under 30.
I love sharing. I'm a sharing economy evangelist. But I don't like sharing with poor people because they don't pay me as much. You see, money makes sharing better.
I Airbnb my spare room so I can fund my artisanal relish company. We provide relish to all the startups in San Francisco. Because without me, where are people gonna get their relish? Grocery store?
Airbnb isn't just a company, it's a lifestyle. Without Airbnb, how would I meet strangers? I might actually have to make real friends. I'll do anything to protect Airbnb's profits.
Prop F will make it hard to evict Latino families. That's too extreme.
Airbnb's logo looks like a butthole and a vagina all rolled up into one. I'll give them anything.
Here's the truth. Runaway Airbnb units are actually making San Francisco's housing crisis worse. Only 1 in 10 hosts actually follow the law. So what that's doing is taking apartments away from San Franciscans and renting them out to tourists instead. And every apartment counts. So don't be an asshole. Vote yes on F.
All right. So yeah, that video got something like 200,000 views on Facebook and made so many people angry. They're like, I'm not an asshole. I'm just not a fucking asshole. It was like, it blew up my fucking Facebook page for a while. Are we playing music? What's going on here? All right, so yeah. So make some noise for Nato Green. Yeah, he's funny. Coming up next, we have the supervisor for this district, called by his enemies as the Napoleon of NorthBeach. Make some noise for Aaron Peskin. Woo! Hi, Aaron. How you doing?
Is so not fair to follow Nato Green. That is not fair. I'm white, I'm uptight, I am Jewish, and I have to follow Nato Green. That's not fair.
You're going to do good, I promise. I'll hold your hand if I need to. So, you've stripped down to your Speedo in front of news cameras to prove that the Bay was safe after an oil spill. What would it take to get you to strip all the way and go skinny dipping in the Bay?
Well, the problem with that is that I actually stood on a little bit of oil after I declared the Bay to be clean. No, birthday swims, we always go naked.
I appreciate that. I should have gone yesterday.
It's 53.2 degrees in the Bay now. So if you want to come with me tomorrow morning, you're welcome.
Nope. Nope. You know, the next question was about the new jail, but fuck it. We don't got to worry about that shit. Right? Make some noise. That's exciting.
I would say that I have no comment, but it was supposed to be a 6-5 vote. And the fact that the people of District 3 and the people of San Francisco saw fit to put me back on the board turned it into an 11-0 vote.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. So you've been in the game for a while, in and out of the game. What's the most intense moment you've ever had with a mayor? If I'm not mistaken, I remember, did I read right that Willie Brown threatened you once, possibly?
I think I misinterpreted what he said. Well, let me just change that. When somebody asks you that kind of question, I'll tell you, one day on Fridays, I tried never to go to City Hall. And one day on a Friday, my phone rang, and somebody called me from City Hall to tell me that there were 12 FBI agents in my colleague's office. And I thought, well, this is not good. And I thought which supervisor it was. It turned out to be a different supervisor. And I said, this is not in the manual. And, you know, I didn't know what to do. So I went down there. And I went to the woman who was 6'2", had an FBI badge on her chest, and I said, I would like to see the search warrant. I am the president of the Board of Supervisors. I was wearing flip-flops, a pair of jeans, and a Hawaiian T-shirt. And she said, I don't believe you. And rather than losing my shit and saying, like, really, I'm the president, I ran down, grabbed the deputy sheriff, came back up. She handed me the search warrant. And the entire thing was lists of $100 bills, the serial numbers of $100 bills. So I ran to the city attorney's office, and I said, what the hell is going on here? And he said, the United States of America just gave your colleague a lot of money, and now they want it back. There you go.
Well, shit.
And he just got released from prison, and he supported my opponent in this last race, and I saw him on the street during this last race. God bless America.
If Marion Barry can do it, anybody can. So you've been called a number of things. What's the biggest lie that's ever been leveled at you?
I think it's all true.
That's why I like you, Aaron. That's exactly why I like you.
But while you're asking that question, let me just say to you and Amy Farrah-Weiss and Francisco Herrera, the three of you, actually the five of you, have made my life and all of our lives so much easier. So, and I mean that sincerely. It's really remarkable what has happened, which is this entire thing that went on after I left office after 8 years, where we had really a coup d'etat. It was a legal coup d'etat in San Francisco, was undone by you and the rest of the folks, none of whom are folks who've been in office, and it has allowed me to return to City Hall and actually be able to legislate on issues of affordability, the housing crisis, the eviction crisis. So hats off to you and Amy and Francisco.
Thank you so much. I voted for you, and I don't even live in your district.
You wrote me in for mayor.
Very true. Somebody actually told me somebody at the elections office said I was written in 12 times for sheriff. I was like, really? That'd be a terrible job for me. I should not be sheriff. Well,
if Ross Marcarini could do it, you can do it.
Yeah, I think he's still mad at me too. We're in a bar. What's your drink of choice?
That IPA that's sitting right there.
You can have it right now if you want. All right.
I'll get in trouble. Thank you so much.
One last question, and then I'll let you off the hook. But we're in North Beach. This is, to me, like my favorite neighborhood. I don't live in North Beach, but when I go out in the bars around here because it still feels like a neighborhood. What is the one thing that makes you fall in love with this neighborhood more and more all the time?
So number one, you guys are in the Purple Onion. Yes. The stage was right over there. Lenny Bruce performed in this place. My mom and dad saw Lenny Bruce in this place. And people in this neighborhood have fought to keep this neighborhood. And that is what's made this a place that people keep coming back to. And then the folks from Doc's Lab have invested a bunch of money, and 7 nights a week you can actually come to a show here, and you can hear these gentlemen. And that is actually what's going to keep this neighborhood really cool. And then we've got this other thing, and it's called rent control.
Hell yeah.
And let me just say, for those of you who do not know, because there are many people who do not know, that rent control does not extend to buildings built after 1979. Many people are like, oh, rent control, like all buildings. No, everything that you see being built in the south of Market, on the Octavia Market corridor, none of it is subject to rent control. We've got to change that law. Let's make sure that the people who are coming here, the people who are hanging on here, have that rent control to protect them. And that's what we're working on. That's the legislation that we introduced on Tuesday. Jane Kim has just introduced legislation to increase the affordability rates in new construction. We could not have done that without all of you guys, so thank you a whole lot.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So we're going to take a little break here, get some drinks, get some food. We got a 5-minute intermission, and then the magic begins. Thank you.
Stewie baby, a biodiesel Mercedes too, a light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Stewie baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the ladies that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as bad if you would add me to your Facebook list.
Stewie baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Stewie baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Stewie honey, there's one thing I really do need, some weed.
And a new water pipe, Stewie baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Stewie cutie, and fill my stocking with a duplex in the Mission. Sign your eggs on the line, Stewie baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
Come and trim my Christmas tree, with some decorations bought at Tiffany.
I really do believe in you. Show me that you believe in me.
Stewie baby, forgot to mention one little thing. A ring, and I don't mean on the phone. Stewie baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. So hurry down the chimney tonight.
That's right, Stuart. You're exactly where I want you. Because normally you're up here at the microphone talking about politics, telling jokes, and it's our turn to tell you some things. So we are going to roast you like a chestnut on an open fire. And our first little fiery one is the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Drew Platt.
Broke-ass Stuart, keep it going. It's his birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Here we go. All right, buddy. How do your hands and feet feel, buddy? Okay. Good, because you're about to get nailed to a fucking cross. All right, well, let's jump in, all right? I only have 3 minutes to just destroy you.
I'm waiting for it.
All right, so you ran for mayor. You didn't win. But this is a real city, so that makes sense. The only way you were gonna win is if you were running against Mayor McCheese and every member of ISIS. There's no other way. Am I fucking wrong? Listen up, Doc's Lab. Well, I mean, a lot of people fuck around Broke-Ass Stuart and make jokes, but you got to give it up for Broke-Ass Stuart. He's an OG. Am I right? Yeah. OG, and by that I mean original gentrifier. Anyway, hey-oh, is this thing on? Oh, man, so I looked at your Wikipedia page, studied for these jokes. It says you're a bartender, you worked in an ice cream shop, a candy shop, a hat store. What are you, the fucking Jewish Village people? What are you doing with your life?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Got sick gauges in your ears. You're always looking good. You got those gauges in your... When you got them, were you thinking, like, if this emo band doesn't work out, at least girls will get some pussy from this blog? Tight. You're always well-dressed. Well, now you look like a Richard Pryor, but he had talent. You look like... This is a roast, cocksuckers. Fucking, you can laugh at me being mean.
He's supposed to be mean. It's good.
I'm supposed to be mean. It's good. You look like, I mean, you're usually well-dressed and you're like very like San Francisco core, like tight pants and suspenders and a beanie that's too small. You look like you're going on a gay whaling voyage of some type. Or like a bike messenger that couldn't keep up. So I've written a couple of monologues for Broke-Ass Stuart here. I'll call you Stuart for the layman.
That's my name, yes.
And it's weird a Jew getting a kid from the South to write jokes for him, but it works out. I'm sorry, I forgot we're in San Francisco, a.k.a. Marin right now. What the fuck? Listen up, people. He got me to write some jokes for him, and some of these cold open jokes, he got me to say, like, are they good or not? This is some of the things you wrote. The only reason a woman should open her mouth is to compliment my knowledge on mission bars. That was, I don't know why you'd write that, dude.
I wrote that for sure.
That's fucked up.
I thought that one was a winner.
Yeah, that's not a winner. Everybody just booed. All right, so everyone, my BART train broke down in West Oakland the other day, and I almost shit myself out of fear. That's a good one, dude. Kind of racist, kind of weird. Hey, everybody, I rode my electric skateboard to get here today, and boy, is my privilege tired. At least one guy gets it. I'm cracking up B-rate Elvis Costello and the black guy from The Shining right here. I like how you build a show, you're like, this is a variety show with a distinctly SF flavor. It's like, what does that taste like? Just Blue Bottle coffee and cum? Let's see, I wrote these today because I don't care. You had some good campaign. I watched the debates. I mean, I'm the only one because we all have Netflix. It's not the 70s, so no one gives a shit. Your campaign was good. I like how you wanted to provide every member of San Francisco with a fedora full of vape pens. That was going to do us really good. But in all actuality, ladies and gentlemen, you got to give it up. I give it up for Stuart because he gives young comics a voice, and he lets us write for them, and we all appreciate it, and he supports local comedy. So give him a round of applause. Happy birthday, buddy.
And ladies and gentlemen, at last count, this sexy vixen who has a flair for fashion and a flair for boyfriends has been with Stuart going on, or even more than 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ashley Lauren.
This is the only one I'm actually scared of right here because she knows a lot.
Well, people they'll ask me, "What's it like to date Stuart? You know, what's it like? It must be, must be difficult. It must be awesome. But like, Turkey is hard." I'll be like, I've had to really internalize that a bit and think about it. Basically, my best analogies. It's like a really cheap, crappy version of VH1's Behind the Music. You remember those, right? Right. But instead of T-Boz or Duran Duran, I have this kind of cheap, sleepy man that's kind of cranky half the time. Yeah? He actually is the best stereotype for, like, a Jewish guy I've ever met. And it's funny, I can say that because I'm not Jewish, but apparently I only date Jewish guys. I'm like one of those women, you know? Yeah, right? It happens. Like, you don't try to be, they come to you. Fuck being chosen, they choose you, is what I'm finding, right? Okay? Yeah, totally. So, because, you know, he's neurotic, he's spastic, you know, he's obviously cheap as fuck. My life is a lot of supporting Stuart and guidance, and a lot of, like, Stuart praising. We do it together. But it's a lot of, you know, like, hey, so that fedora you wear all the time, I love it. It's super great, but I love that you wear it every day, nonstop, but all the time. But now that we're in bed and, like, you're only wearing socks and a fedora, like, I'm going to fucking burn that thing if you don't take it off. It's also a lot of that young lady he joked about in his hilarious monologue, you know, about coming on her leg too early, she's too pretty. It's a lot of that. Yeah, but that's okay. But that's okay. No, but you don't understand. It's okay. This is San Francisco. I can buy sex toys at a convenience store. Okay, so I can go in. You know, I'll buy a Twix, a Diet Coke, and a vibrator. It's called the Unsatisfied Girlfriend Special, and they actually sell that. Yeah, no, but it's a real thing. Like, no, but like, God bless that they have that. But right. But the fact that some of you were wondering, like, wait, is that true? Like, where do I get it? What is this convenience store she goes to? Speaks to how awesome this city actually is. People talk about this city, it's always dying, it's on its way out, you know, it's the Titanic. It still has so much edge, and much of that is due to, you know, to people like Stuart, people who are making this show. We all love Stuart. I love Stuart so much. That's actually why we work, Stuart and I, because we both really fucking love Stuart. That's our special thing, okay? We both really love Stuart. That's our main common interest. We love fucking Stuart. If he wasn't awesome, I wouldn't be with him. So that's why I want everybody here, if you have, so many things, he's all these things. He's handsome, he's so talented, he's witty, he's almost as funny as he thinks he is, you know? But I don't want to give him too many compliments, because I already have to Crisco his head to get him through the front door of his house. But either way, fuck it. Either way, everybody, if you have a drink, raise a glass, because we need a toast to Stuart. This is why he can't wear his fedora anymore, because it burst after the election night party, just fucking erupted like a, you know, like when a regular-sized person in a movie becomes a giant, it's fucking erupted. But either way, we're gonna risk it. Raise your glass to Stuart. You're so awesome. We love you so much. Everybody here does. You are worthy of so much celebration. Happy birthday, and thanks for everything.
Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ashley. Girl, I'm going to have to talk to you afterwards about your corner store and what you find there. I got a couple corner stores near me. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to invite to the stage another beautiful lady. Give it up for a friend of... No, a male. Oh, Abby. Oh, my bad. Damn. Sorry. We didn't go through this part. Ladies and gentlemen, a lovely man. Give it up for the one and only Abby.
What's up, man? Yeah, this is the lady that showed up, guys. Give it up one more time to Stuart, guys. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's so broke, he hired a guy from India to roast him. Like, that's... No, but seriously, man, like, I told a bunch of people that I'm roasting you. I was like, I'm roasting broke-ass Stuart. And they were like, who? I was like, call us when you roast a real celebrity. Like, it's not some guy who made it at a candy store in NorthBeach, you know? But seriously, like, he ran for mayor with a fedora on his head. Like, I was like, people must have been like, this guy's white, broke, and lives in San Francisco and wears a fedora. Something's fishy. You know, like, next time, just use a fedora to cover your balls. You'll get more votes. He apparently sold 10,000 books, is that right? 10,000 books on Amazon. And it got 11 reviews. Yeah, 10 of them were written by Ashley. Like, that's... And 9,000 of those books were bought by your grandmother, right? Like, that's... And that's how she funded your campaign. Like that's basically how that worked. Anyway, that's my time. I'm gonna get off. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Paco, Romane.
Yeah, hit me. Give me one. Hit me one time. Oh, yeah. I want to thank the Squirrel Nut Zippers for being here tonight. These guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Hit me 2 times for Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Can I get a hallelujah from the crowd tonight? Can I get an amen from the crowd tonight? Yeah. Happy birthday, by the way, sir. You know, the hardest part about roasting broke-ass Stuart was the research. I didn't know Google could do All right, Stuart, if you didn't know, had a show on IFC, which proves that anyone can have a show on IFC. Little known fact, IFC stands for It's Fucking Canceled. Hit me one time! Hallelujah, hallelujah. Stuart is the only person I know that has a face of an IFC fighter, UFC fighter, and the body of a KFC champion. What? Boom! Hit me! Where are you? Come on, where are you? All right. We're going to do this. Stuart just released his newest book entitled How to Have Friends for Fun and Profit. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Stuart said he wanted to get the city of San Francisco back on the right track, which is a weird phrase for someone who's Jewish. Oh, what? Bam, train joke. Send him to the gas chamber. All right. Easy. Stuart. That's you, buddy. Stuart once donated to our sperm bank, which was easy because they just combed out his beard. What? Bam! Stuart's ego is so inflated, kids use it for a jumpy house. But then again, legal... I wasn't ready at that time. I wasn't at the end of my joke yet. I'm not there yet. Ladies and gentlemen, Squirrel Nut Zippers, give him a big hand! All right, Stuart's ego is so inflated, kids use it for a jumpy house, but legally, Stuart can't get that close to kids anymore. What? Yeah, what is this, Tennessee? Hey, whoa. It's weird that Stuart wanted to run against Mayor Lee as anti-tech because Stuart, to me, is the same as Facebook because all he cares about is status, collecting friends, and getting poked. Boom! What? Little known fact that Stuart came up with broke-ass Stuart because terrible Jew was already taken. Bam! Bam! Aaron Peskin is in the house tonight. He won overwhelmingly in Chinatown, which means that Chinese people also don't know how to vote. Come on! All right, speaking of Chinese people, George Chen is here tonight. He's back there. Everyone look at George Chen. He's fucking Chinese. All right. George Chen is so boring, we call him C-3PO because he's also a yellow robot. Get out of here! George is obsessed with national tragedies, which is why all his jokes end with a moment of silence. Come on! Get out of here! Stuart's girlfriend Ashley's in the house. She also has a great website that no one goes to. What? Fuck! DJ Real is in the house. Where's DJ Real at? Where's DJ? There he is back there. His act includes singing with a fairy. Make sure to buy his new CD with Sister Roma. Come on! I met DJ Real's dad. He has a great eye for talent, which is why he abandoned DJ Real as a child. Hey, listen! DJ Real is trying to find his dad right now because he needs the Twitter follower. Come on! Nato Green is in the house. His comedy is so boring, he once performed at a children's hospital and they unplugged themselves. Give me something! Where's Joe Avery at? Where's that fucking asshole at? There, right there. Look at him. Look at that asshole. He's so handsome. Joey Avery looks like a Charles Dickens character. When people see him perform, they have great expectations, and then they leave having the worst of times. Get it! Where's Drew Platt at? Where's Drew Platt? There he is. There he is. You remember Drew Platt? He opened up the show. Drew Platt's an excellent cook, and he makes great pasta sauce, but if you heard his views on women, you think maybe he should make hummus. What? Politics! Amy Farrah Weiss was up here earlier. Where's she at? Where's Amy? There she is, Amy Farrah Weiss. After losing the election, Amy has walked around with her head hung low because not even her spine supports her. What? Bam! Abhay, who was just up here. The guy who was just up before me, his comedy set is like a sheet in my grandpa's nursing home. Shitty and hasn't been changed since 2012. Get it! Who wants some? You, what's your name? Ken, all right. Ken's in the house. Listening to Ken's comedy is like taking a pregnancy test. By the time you get to the second line, you've realized you made a horrible mistake. Bam! Where's Jesse Hett at? Where's that fucking asshole at? Back in the bow tie. Look at Jesse. Everyone look at Jesse. Jesse is such a drunk and a drug taker and a shitty comedian, which means the only special he's ever going to have is a baby with Down syndrome. Get it? Bam! Happy birthday, buddy. I love you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paco Romane. And straight out of a Dickens novel, give it up for the one and only Joey Avery.
Holy shit, Paco, let's go. That was awesome. Guys, you see Paco just kicking. Those 5 karate moves were the most he's worked out in the last 10 years. Fuck yeah, Paco. Breaking a sweat, finally. Let's go. Dude, Stuart, nice to meet you, by the way. I feel bad. I just met this guy. I'm about to shit all over him. I'd feel bad if that wasn't the title of his next blog post. Like, the 5 best places to get someone to shit on your chest in San Francisco.
Oh, I already wrote that one, actually.
You already wrote that one, yeah. Journalism. That's some Pulitzer Prize winning shit right there, guys. There it is. I was looking you up because I had to do a little research, and I was wondering where you got the name Broke Ass Stuart, and I realized that it's because his name is Stuart Shuffman. And with that name, the only way to convince people you don't have money is to actually put broke ass into it and then make a lifetime of bad decisions. And here we are. You should have your name on a mahogany door, but you're fucking it all away. Someone mentioned it earlier. He got his start working in a candy store, a hat store, an ice cream shop, and a public library. That's an amazing story. This guy went on to start his own internet blog that has to be crowdfunded once a year. From his humble beginnings as a garden variety pedophile. I think that's amazing. It's an amazing... Who the fuck had... Those are jobs that my grandfather pretended to have. Like, no one actually works those places. It's like, do you think that we're... Like, what do you do in your free time? Do you sing in a barbershop quartet? That would explain the jacket, actually. That's the only... It's like, do you cobble shoes? I don't really... Like, you must think it's the past. Otherwise, there is no way to explain the fedora that he always wears. Because in the 1920s, it was like, cool, prohibitionary, I'm sneaking in booze. And in 2015, it's like, cool, I'm sneaking pills into your booze because I'm going to fuck you later. And that's... Dude, yeah, no promises. What does that mean? I don't... What is that? Just calm down. Just calm down over there. You have your time. Jesus. Just like... You know how bad a hat has to be if you're getting shit on by a dude wearing a backwards hat? Like, that's... You worked at a hat store. You could have avoided all of this. I don't understand. His start in writing, he published a black and white magazine through a publisher called Pip Printing. I was like, am I reading this dude's Wikipedia or a fucking bad remake of Great Expectations? This doesn't... It's like trying to be edgy. It doesn't make sense. Where's Ashley? Ashley, you here? She's here? All right. Well, we're gonna teach her something. Because the first thing that Stuart ever wrote was a book called Why You Should Fuck a Writer. Right.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hey, no more drinks. No more drinks back there. That's okay. It's 12 too many. That's okay. They don't mix with the pharmaceuticals. Guys. The first thing that he published was called Why You Should Fuck a Writer, which narrowly beat out his working title, which was Nobody's Fucking Me, So I Have to Write This. Right? I get that, but you understand, you're like kind of a journalist. There's two sides to every story. So I decided to write something called Why You Shouldn't Fuck a Writer, especially one whose name is Broke-Ass Stuart. And this is Ashley Lauren Dickinson. You must listen because this is all helpful. Why do you guys both have 3 names? Like, 3 names is supposed to be reserved for people who are actually going to be famous. You know? Well, yeah, that's if they're Brazilian. It's like, they're like Jonathan Taylor Thomas or Tim the Toolman Taylor. I don't know. I only watched Home Improvement. That's all I got. Yeah, but reason number 1 is you probably don't want to procreate with a man whose first fatherly act is buying the off-brand Plan B pill. You know, like, I'm sure you'll get a great, like, blog post about how to save $5 while eviscerating your loved one's uterus. But you might regret that decision when you have to give a home birth just because you got a Groupon. You know what I mean? Like, ouch, it's a fucking roast, dude. This isn't a children's book. Jesus Christ. The second reason is that he may be young, broke, and beautiful, but only one of those is going to last. And 2 of them are waning. And just for Ashley, when broke is the only thing left, you're just going to want to consider that because you're not going to have to liquidate your very nice-looking, expensive fake breasts just for a bologna sandwich. What? What? You came to the bloodbath! Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a little cheek kiss. Funny thing about my cheek is it's located on my balls. Yeah, I stole that joke, but it's fine. Nothing wrong with a tea bag, all right? This is America. The third and final reason that you won't want to fuck this writer is that he had a travel show, okay, where they paid him to visit locations. And he went to Detroit, Baltimore, and Memphis, which I know sounds great. Until you get to enjoy your honeymoon in Baghdad, Fallujah, Aleppo, and other ISIS strongholds. Thank you guys so much. Stuart, you're the man. Thanks for being a good sport. Thank you. Have a good night.
DJ Real.
Hello, how's it going, everybody? All right. I know many of us would rather be watching Star Wars right now. The Phantom Menace. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's make sure this is working. There we go. It's working. Okay. So let's talk about Stuart. You know, it's an honor to be here today to celebrate Stuart's 35th birthday. Stuart has the most courage out of anybody that I know. Running for mayor, running a blog, throwing himself a birthday party and charging his friends $15 to come to it. He's probably got the biggest balls out of anybody here, other than Amy Weiss. You know, Stuart, we're all here because we love you. It's not because you're paying us. You don't pay the comedic talent. So, shout out to Alexandra for that. I was just informed I have pictures of Jamie DeWolf on, so I'm so sorry about that. I just typed in Pandora and Bay Area personality in a Google search engine, and you popped up. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Let's get into the roasters. The roasters. All right, let's start with Drew Platt here. This is Drew Platt. He's a lovely, sloppy man. I can't believe nobody mentioned that, Stuart, your grandmother paid for your mayoral campaign? She donated like a lot of money towards it, right? Yeah, let me run. A lot of money. So that's the premise for this joke. Look at Drew Platt. He's so sloppy. He's almost as sloppy as Stuart's grandmother's finances. That's... All right. Drew. You know, Drew used to work at JCPenney's where the customers would use his shiny bald spot as a mirror. You guys Come on. Come on. Okay. George Chen. George Chen is in the house. He's an amazing comedy producer. George has produced so many shows this year that he hasn't had time to make a single person laugh without them feeling forced to because the silence in the room is so deafening. George, your place in Oakland got broken into recently. I heard the burglars took everything of value, so I'm glad you still have your joke book. George, I heard the burglars wouldn't even use your joke book as toilet paper because the jokes were so shitty. Joey Avery in the house. Let's give it a hand for Joey Avery. Yeah. I'm really excited for Joey. Word has it that he's landing his first gig as the lead role in a Gushers commercial. Well, that's not working. There we go. Gushers commercial. I spent so much time photoshopping this. Okay. Paco. Oh, okay. Paco Romane. Paco, your longtime girlfriend broke up with you last year, and what should have been the best thing for your career, instead, you ruined it by not killing yourself. That would have been great. You would have been famous. Maybe. You wouldn't have been famous. All right, let's get back into Stuart. Stuart, it's great to watch you try to perform comedy. Watching Stuart on stage is uncannily similar to watching W. Kamau Bell's on-camera persona on FX is totally biased. Just kind of... but Nato... Kamau's not here, but Nato Green, are you still here? Nato wrote for the show. The writing was pretty good after he left. The only thing stiffer than Stuart's performance are his girlfriend's boobs. What? That's not an insult. That's not an insult. Your boobs are very innovative. The doctors, listen, the doctors tried a new procedure where instead of using silicone, they just injected her boobs with Stuart's grandmother's money. All right. Calm down. Let's talk about Stuart some more. Stuart, you have... Let's see. Sorry, this is... Can we hit next on there? Stuart, you have an interesting look. Not a lot of people know he stole his look from Ed Lee in the 70s. Yeah. Pretty good, right? Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good. We can't all talk. You know, we all had different phases. I had the Carrot Top phase. That's my Carrot Top phase. I had my Goo Goo Dolls phase. That was when I straightened my hairdo. He had the Mumford & Sons phase. That's what he's currently going through. You know, you've had a rough year. The engagement on your website, look at this, 0 comments, 0 likes for this show. That's why it's packed out. The engagement on your website is dropping faster than the speed of Drew Platt's receding hairline. I didn't need to say that. I know. Yeah. So, you know, you've been so busy standing up for what's right. The only thing more raw than your biting social commentary are the cups of fresh breast milk you produce each morning. I don't know why I did that. I spent a lot of time doing that too. But anyway, just one more little thing here. Stuart, he's a beautiful man. He's got lots of hats, right? He's got a whole series of hats. He's got a huge hat closet, right? What a beautiful guy. Fluctuating weight patterns. I don't know. But what's under the hat? What are you hiding from? What's under the hat? Tiny dicks. A bunch of tiny little dicks. It would have worked better if you were wearing a hat. Anyway, Stuart, you're a beautiful man. Thank you so much for having me. Happy birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Real. For reals, for reals. It is a pleasure to welcome to the stage a good friend of Stuart, the one and only Alex Scott. Get it, girl.
Oh, shit. Okay, first of all, happy fucking birthday, Stu.
Thank you.
Stu and I go way, way back. Back like, what? Like a month ago? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got an email from him that was soliciting something like money or free work. That sounds about right. I don't even fucking remember at this point. Other than that, besides from you being here, it's great to see everybody else here. A couple other souls that I've had the pleasure of meeting. Joey Avery, a.k.a. Agent Johnny Utah. Or should we say Keanu? I think that a lot of the ladies in here, maybe even some of the fellas, would appreciate how much you lick your lips tonight. I just want to say thank you, personally. Before I met Stu, I will admit this, I will confess, I had a little crush on you. With those beady little eyes and that gingery little fucking beard. I just wanted to crawl all up in it. But then I met Stu. Ashley, where you at? Girl. He is all yours, boo-boo. Good fucking luck. No, but really, Stuart has managed to touch a lot of our lives, and especially our fucking wallets, because I know that all you guys pay to get up in this motherfucker.
By the way, I'm donating my part of the money to Amy St. Francis.
Oh, shush. Don't try to
all right,
fucking
sorry.
plug your philanthropical fucking do-gooding deeds here. But no, really, when I found out that you were running for mayor, I was a little tickled. And I was optimistic. I thought that finally, this city, we could have someone that was talented and bright and non-corrupt and just a really fucking good individual to run our city. And Amy, I'm so sorry. You and Francisco really fucking had a chance. Somebody fucked it up. On the topic of San Francisco politics, I tried to come up with like pros and cons of Stu running for mayor, and I really actually just stopped giving a shit, and I couldn't come up with any more. So, on that note, because it was the only clean glass that they had, Mom. That's what you taught me. That's my mom over there yelling at me, for the record. Yeah. She always taught me to drink out of a clean glass. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I found out that you were running for mayor, I thought that you were just doing it for rent money. But no, it was a really fucking bold move to run for mayor, and it was a really bold move to go against a real politician like Ed Lee. But seriously, no, you guys have to admit, though, we did learn that Ed Lee is a little bit cooler than you, dude. Like, just by like a couple of things. I got a couple of examples. Oh, fuck you guys. Because you know what? I still got examples. For one, Ed Lee actually fucking speaks English. Have you ever listened to yourself talk? You're like if Jar Jar Binks smoked like 2 packs of cigarettes a fucking day. Like, it just all jumbles into one raspy sentence, and no one can understand what the fuck you're saying. I love you, but I need a translator. Exactly. Thank you. So the other point that I was going to make was Ellie actually knows real gangsters. Because I'm pretty sure that Shrimp Boy is probably the nickname that Ashley gives you in bed. Honestly, I don't think you really know what it's like to be broke, because real broke motherfuckers don't live in San Francisco anymore.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alex Scott. Give me back my goddamn drink. We would love to welcome up to the stage the one and only Mr. George Chen.
I'm Shrimp Boy. Give it up for Joey Lawrence. Joey Avery. Joey Avery, everyone. He wears a backwards baseball cap like he's Dan Cortez, and his comedy was like Woodstock 99. You did not consent to it. All right. But we're here to celebrate a local literary San Francisco legend. Dave Eggers? Is Dave Eggers here anywhere? No, well, actually, it's funny because Stuart buys his earrings at the 826 Pirate Store, where he learned to read and write.
That's good. I like that.
Thank you. You're not needed to be heard from now. I had to look up your Wikipedia entry to find out a lot about you. You sold 300 copies of your first zine. Very impressive. You printed at Kinko's and then moved to Pip Printing. It's a very detailed Wikipedia entry, you guys. It's almost as if he wrote it himself. I feel like you've been doing more updating to your Wikipedia page than working for your own website. I looked at your website. You're kind of just like an empty meme that people put words into. But I'm sure you're going to write all your own jokes tonight. Stuart is like Chicken John. That's it. That's all I have. You ran for mayor and you have a hat. Chicken John had to run for mayor using his real name, John Rinaldi, because of some law. So Broadcast Stuart had to run on his real name, which is Stuart Shuffman. If you don't know, Shuffman is Yiddish for fuckboy. But Stuart actually, unlike Chicken John, Stuart hates Burning Man, which should surprise anyone who can see him. Must be hard to be in a feud with the person you base your personality on. Congratulations for running Ed Lee's campaign last year. You kept his name in the press more than he did. This is actually the third ranked roast I was going to do tonight, guys. I wanted to roast Amy originally. Amy ran a good campaign, but people didn't feel comfortable voting for Pop from the Snap Crackle Pop. It's a Rice Krispies. All right. Back to Stuart. Stuart loves the limelight even if it's people roasting him. In fact, he's got an entirely different roast booked next month for Sketchfest. You have more people roasting you than voted for you. You have a lot in common with other great media moguls like William Randolph Hearst, Bob Guccione Jr., Broadcast Stuart. Just 3 names, guys. That's it. Just 3 names, like John Wayne Gacy. Even though the campaign is over, Stuart is still endorsing Proposition F. He proposed to F someone earlier in the green room. It's ironic that Stuart is against Airbnb, though, because they're both the most common way to get bed bugs. Stuart still got 12,000 votes in the election, which makes you a valedictorian at UC Santa Cruz, apparently. He majored in American Studies, as I learned on Wikipedia, but he minored in the history of unconsciousness. Both Amy Weiss and Stuart went to UC Santa Cruz. Go banana slugs, they don't go. Proof that only a school without grades could present 2 people that are unqualified to run for office with the confidence they needed to do that. And apparently when you graduate from UC Santa Cruz, you get a signature hat, because they ran out of mortarboards. They're actually setting up a Broadcast Stuart scholarship at Santa Cruz. The slogan is, "White privilege is a terrible thing to waste." And it's actually a scholarship to send you to Cabrillo. Oh, deep cut for a Santa Cruz person in the back. Great. Glad you like it. I'm like a sniper. Only one person laughs. All right. On his website, Stuart started a photo series called Beautiful Women in Bookstores, which is exactly what it sounds like. Combining his 2 great passions, hot girls and excuses to photograph them. Until Stuart ran for mayor, I thought Harrison Ford was the coolest guy with a fedora and an earring. And now I realize it's not cool at all. One of your pieces is called Why You Should Fuck a Writer, an attempt at fan fiction, I guess. Updating your Wikipedia page doesn't make you a writer. Should be. It's your birthday, and it's also happy belated Hanukkah. He's Jewish. You have a lot in common with Hanukkah Gelt. You disappointed many people who thought you had value. Stuart calls himself the pimp daddy of budget travel, but I feel like a real pimp would have booked more women on this roast, other than your own girlfriend. Your other slogan is Young, Broke, and Beautiful. He has bumper stickers that say Young, Broke, and Beautiful, because, you know, that's how you prove how young and cool you are, is with bumper stickers and zines. You know, new media. Stuart had a travel show on IFC that Chris Barton of the Los Angeles Times called Tireless Self-Promoter with Tastes That Aren't As Edgy As He Thinks. That is just on Wikipedia, guys. I thought your campaign was a Nathan For You episode, but that would mean more people saw it than your IFC show. Nathan For You, never mind. But don't let this political setback get you down, Stuart. I think you have what it takes to go all the way to Sacramento. At least there you're still considered young and beautiful. Give it up for his 35th birthday.
Yay.
For a Jew with a Messiah complex, you probably should have taken a cue from Jesus and died at 33. Happy birthday, Stuart. You've become what you hate. You're just a 30-something white man in San Francisco. But while they're worrying about vesting their stock options, you just worry about having a vest. Good night. I'm George.
Thanks, George. Ladies and gentlemen, the most fabulous, feathery, femme fatale in Doc's lab this evening. Give it up for Sister Roma. Oh, yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Stuart. You know, I can't do this, you guys. I honestly, Stuart, I'm sorry. I cannot roast you. I know I'm supposed to be funny and come up here and make all these cutting remarks about you and everyone on the panel, but to be perfectly honest, I've never heard of any of these people before. And I Googled them. I mean, I tried, and I didn't find anything interesting or even vaguely funny about any of them. But that's not the reason that I can't roast you, Stuart. I can't roast you because, and I'm sorry, Ashley, I'm in love with you. I'm completely in love with you, and I've written a very sweet poem. If you would like to hear it, and I'm kind of embarrassed. A friend from my building is here. We smoked a hookah together. I'm laying my emotions out to you all. I feel so vulnerable. Would you like to hear the poem, ladies and gentlemen? Here goes. Roses are red, violets are blue. Stuart Shuffman, I love you. I know we're very different, maybe even worlds apart, but like a tiny maggot, you've wormed your way into my heart. You were born in 1980. I was in high school, blowing my math teacher, while you were learning to drool. But age is just a number. I hope you feel that way too. I love your wit, your style, and your impish grin. I want to suck your little cock until your face caves in. I love your young, broke, and beautiful sass, and I want to bend you over and shove my tongue in your ass. Oh, Stuart, I do just about anything to prove my love is true, except your laundry or become a Jew. And please don't ask me to vote for you. But I know one day you'll see I'm the one. We'll laugh and watch movies and have so much fun. And you'll shout to your friends as we ride off in the sun. You haven't really lived until you've been fucked by a nun.
Hey, sister, go sister, soul sister. We have another roast in store for you. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Jesse Hett. Get up here, bow tie, you bow-tied stallion.
Hey guys, it's nice to be here roasting Stuart here. The impeccably dressed Stuart. Did you guys know that Target has an unregistered sex offender section? That's where Stuart gets all his stuff. A lot of fun stuff about the mayoral campaign and the Prop 8 campaign. A lot of pride in those two campaigns. I haven't seen someone so proud of an abject failure since I met Stuart's grandma last summer. Sweet lady, salt of the earth. Wonderful woman. It was cool earlier seeing all like the three failed mayoral contenders up here on stage. It was like a reverse Mount Rushmore. People have done nothing. I remember during Stuart's mayoral campaign, I would go online to check how it was going, and then I would get distracted and just jerk off in my bathrobe. And turns out my endeavors were more successful, and they didn't cost my friends any money. Like, it was just for free. I hope everyone here is having a fun time drinking $14 specialty cocktails in the industrial chic remodeled corpse of a once great institution while pretending that you're not part of the problem. I hope everyone's having a fun time with that. On the invitation for the roast of Broke-Ass Stuart at Doc Slab, if you read the fine print, it said, don't worry, everyone. The only people of color will be holding musical instruments or bringing you drinks. Or got dragged here by a white lady. It's crazy that Broke Stuart wrote like a blog that attracted millions of shitty 20-somethings to this city, and has now rededicated the same blog to decrying the group of people that he drew here in the first place, like a shitty Pied Piper with like a weird pyramid scheme, self-perpetuating, just throwing gasoline on the dumpster fire and then being like, why is it so hot? I don't get it. I've never been prouder to live in Oakland in my life. That's all. And I would like to take the end of my set to say, Stuart, please, after seeing what has happened to the city of San Francisco during your tenure as a semi-public figure, please, please do not start writing about Oakland, please. I love it there. I want to stay. Don't ruin it. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Fuck you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. It's been amazing. I got to be made fun of in front of a bunch of people. It was great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, no birthday roast would be complete without a little happy birthday. We have a special surprise coming out for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Broke-Ass. Happy birthday to you. Thanks, Mr. Broke-Ass, for all the things you've done, the battles that you've won, the way you fight with glee against Mayor Ed Lee and problems by the ton. We thank you so everybody, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Broke-Ass. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Cinderella.